Hey everyone, this is Michael with the general reading for Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for October 2019. Hello and welcome, whether you are watching for yourself or cross-watching for another individual with Aquarian placements. I just want to thank all of you who have been supporting this channel with your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. It's because of all of you we have actually broken 25,000 subscribers, which is absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for all of your support and your kind words, not only towards me, but also towards each other in the comments down below. I really do appreciate that. I hope you feel as welcome on this channel and in this community as you have made me feel on YouTube. Thank you so much. As a token of my gratitude, I'm going to be doing another giveaway where I will offer the winner a chance to win a free personal reading or a Reiki session with me. I am going to be launching that on my Instagram in about a week or so, and I'll be making all of the announcements on all of my social media platforms. So if you haven't already, be sure to follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, and subscribe to YouTube if you haven't done that. I'm going to be posting it everywhere so that way we can make sure no one misses their chance to enter. And I will also be doing giveaways in the future as well. So even if you miss this one, just keep your eyes peeled. There will be more, I promise. So that's really amazing. I have all of my links in the description box down below for my social media accounts, as well as links for personal readings, Reiki sessions, and donations for those of you who feel so called. If you are brand new to my channel, I actually do like to start off these readings with a brief astrological report. I'm going to invite someone to leave a timestamp in the comments down below for those of you who are not interested in the astrology, although personally I find that there tends to be a lot of complement between tarot and astrology in these readings, and it's very helpful and useful, especially when you're trying to figure out what might be happening when specifically. And you know, for you Aquarius, we actually have quite a bit of action going on in your 12th house. We have Pluto and Saturn. They've kind of been hanging out there for a while, which pertains to your subconscious, your spirituality, your dreams. It can kind of be a difficult house, to be honest. And we recently had Pluto go direct on October 3rd. And again, that is in Capricorn. We also have Saturn in Capricorn right now. So there's been a lot of spiritual lessons and spiritual transformations that you have been going through. You might find yourself reevaluating your spiritual beliefs. That's something that might be coming up. And we also have, what is it? Oh, where'd it go? Oh no! It's there. Uranus. There we go. Okay, so Uranus is in Taurus, which is in your 4th house. That's really interesting because we have all the planets starting to move through Scorpio. So we have this opposition between the inner planets, which are Mars, Mercury, and Venus, and the Sun as well. They're all moving through Scorpio at some point in October. I know, I think some of them are actually happening pretty early on in October, and others are happening a bit later. Again, I have the astrology blog in the description box for those who want the specific dates. But I know with those transits, there are going to be some oppositions between the inner planets and Uranus in Taurus, which is your 4th house, your house of home, your roots, who you really are. So there's a lot of soul searching, a lot of really going to your core. This could be bringing stuff up with your family members as well, or your ancestors. You might find yourself at odds with your family. There might be some struggles at home as well. These are all ways the 4th house manifests. The 4th house is the Imam Coeli, which is the very bottom part of the sky from the moment you are born. So it represents who you are deep down. And a lot of the time that does manifest as ancestry, lineage, home, family. But it really is also your soul in a very profound way that a lot of people don't often talk about with the 4th house. It's usually the physical stuff, the house, the cars, things like that. But it actually goes much deeper. And there's this radical transformation that is happening because Uranus is your ruling planet, and it's really causing a lot of transformation. And really reevaluating who you are and where you've come from and how that applies to you now. We do have, the full moon in Aries on October 13th. And that is going to be a really good time to get back in touch with yourself, your ego, and letting go of anything that is preventing you from moving forward, from doing what you want, from living your best life. Aries is all about forward movement, direct action, and when the moon starts to wane, it's a good time to let go of blockages. For those of you who work with moon cycles or who work with, different rhythms like that, lunar rituals can be very, very powerful. Full moons are a great time to really empower yourself and to start letting things go. And then we have the new moon in Scorpio on October 28th, which is going to be followed by Mercury retrograde in Scorpio on October 31st, right on Halloween. Wah wah, I know, it's not super exciting, right? Kind of mischievous there, huh? But what's really interesting with these placements moving through Scorpio, I really get the sense that psychic abilities are going up because we do have the new moon, we do have Mercury going retrograde, so the planet of communication, of ideas, of travel, that focus is going inward. And being in Scorpio, which is about death and transformation and rebirth, I actually feel like a lot of people are really going to have an easy time developing mediumship, or they might be getting signs or synchronicities from deceased loved ones or spirit guides. So pay close attention to that. You are getting communication from the other side all the time, but it's going to be especially apparent towards the end of October. And it's a really exciting and powerful time to work with psychic abilities if that is something you're interested in intuition development. And it's a very interesting and profound time for sure. I know I'm trying to think, where is Scorpio for you? That is, sorry, I'm not prepared for this apparently. I guess Mercury retrograde is already affecting me. So we have Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. Your 10th house. Duh. Oh my god, duh. It's your opposite of your Taurus sign. Sorry. Really slow. I think I'm already starting to feel this Mercury retrograde. I do apologize. I usually have more notes in front of me. I actually forgot to open those up, so we're kind of doing this off of memory. So really, again, never hurts to look at the blog post if you want something more specific. But for you, all of this stuff moving through Scorpio, it's really also making you question your place in the world, because Scorpio is your midheaven. It's your career. It's the opposite of the Imam Coeli or IC, which is the bottom of the sky. The MC is directly above you. It is what you are reaching towards, who you are in the world at large. And this is there's a lot of focus on career, on purpose right now, coming into the month of October for you, or it's going to be going there. Right now it's still in Libra, which is your horizons, your 9th house, your education, your wisdom. This is kind of a spiritual time for you. There's going to be a lot of spiritual influence actually all throughout October in different ways. But this is going to be I feel like you are taking these lessons and you're trying to figure out how they affect your role in the world. So there's going to be a lot of energy for you to really succeed and excel, and that could be very good news for your career, or if you're starting entrepreneurial work or just working on something that means a lot to you. I feel like this is going to be a good time for all of that. Those are all the notes I have in my mind for you, Aquarius. I do hope that was helpful. I am going to start shuffling for you now just to see what comes up. We are going to first be looking at the energy coming into October. So this could be referring to September or even further back. Really just take it as it applies. Please keep in mind that these are general readings, meaning not all of the messages that come forward are going to be meant for you specifically. If this does not resonate or you would like greater clarity, you are more than welcome to check out the videos for your moon, rising, or Venus sign. If you don't know what those are, I have provided a link for a natal chart calculator in the description box down below, which can help you figure out those other placements. You can also look at the Heart of the Matter love readings. I have a playlist of all of those. They are dated, but those videos are also timeless. So the messages, just take whichever one pops out at you or look at the most recent if you're looking for advice for your love life. And some of the energy may come in the reverse in this reading as well. So if there is another party coming in that actually sounds like your own energy, or maybe vice versa, your energy sounds like someone in your life, you are more than welcome to flip those roles as it applies. Especially in these general readings, it does take a little bit of translation. And finally, don't get too caught up on the gender or zodiac information of the cards. It's just the way the energy is being translated in the most concise way possible right now. So what are the messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of October 2019? That's too many. I'm going to trust that if any of those cards were the right one, they'll come out again. And sometimes I do just take the whole pile. But that just didn't feel like the right hit. One more message, please, for my Aquarians coming into October. What is that energy coming into October? And this could be what you have been thinking about, what you've been focused on, what has been developing for you, maybe what you've walked away from. Let's see. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Some of you could be dealing with the Sagittarius here. We have the Daughter of Cups, maybe water sign energy, especially a younger water sign. The Three of Cups and the Three of Wands. I do feel like there has been a lot of change for you recently with the Wheel of Fortune. You're kind of in between cycles right now, or there's something that has taken a positive turn of events. I do feel like in face of all of this change, you're actually coming up quite sensitive to your environment with the Daughter of Cups here, someone who's a bit overwhelmed. This could also be a person you are dealing with, especially if they are a water sign, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, maybe a Sagittarius too here. But I do feel like there's just a lot of sensitivity to change, even though things seem to be going well. I feel like you might have to pull away. You've been a bit more empathic than usual, or the people around you have just been more sensitive, and you've kind of had to pull your own energy away. But I feel like there's something is definitely shifting, and it feels very positive for you, actually. And I think you see that. We have in your mind, in your thoughts, in your communication, the Three of Cups and the Three of Wands together, so 33. Some of you might actually be teaching or have found a teacher. I do feel like you have been putting yourself out there more, you've been socializing more or networking more and connecting with friends. And I see with this Three of Wands, you're looking forward to the future, you're planning long term, you feel like something is coming in for you. And I do get this sense, overall, this actually feels pretty optimistic for the collective I'm tapping into. You're just looking forward to something. Even if it's been a little rocky, even if it's not always been the smoothest transition, I think you have some good perspective on what is going on here, on why these changes are taking place, or why you're taking these steps. Some of you might actually be moving. I could see that with the Three of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, or going on a trip, or have gone on a trip, I should say. Maybe you've been looking into the future for places to go next, what you want to do long term. And I feel like, again, you've really just been expanding your horizons. And in a very receptive state to things, allowing blessings to come in. What are the animal messages now for Aquarius coming into the month of October? Ooh, okay. Wow, vulture and owl came out together. It's definitely been an intuitive time for you. You've really been opening up to your intuition. Vulture is a mediumship card to me, as is owl. There's definitely really strong intuition right now for this current. And owl does signify a blessing on the way, abundance. Vulture does tell me, though, that something has been out of balance and is being brought back into balance. There's purification, maybe some loss here as well. But it's like, Vulture is the master of finding the silver lining in a lost situation or in death. And I feel like you have done that. Whatever it is that you might have moved on from Aquarius, I do feel like you've seen why you needed to let that go, or you're just open again to something new. You've made the most of this loss. You've learned the lessons you've had to. And I feel like you've kind of branched out since. If you are still struggling with something, if you are still struggling with this transition or moving on, or you're kind of doubting, you can call on Vulture and Owl, actually. Both of them can help you move through this transition and find balance again. Vulture does tell me some of you do need to clear out your space. There is a need to cleanse. You could use sage or herbs or maybe Reiki healing. With the owl, there is a need to cultivate your abundance mentality because there is a lot available here for you right now. You have a lot of opportunities. You may not even be aware of them, but I feel like most of you are aware that there is this bounty here. If you aren't, if you are feeling kind of stuck or you're feeling like your options are really limited, actually making an offering. So letting something go and trusting that something new will come in. That is the abundance energy of Owl. Owl is a very prolific hunter. It has very highly developed senses. It has highly refined sight and hearing. It can see and hear prey, very vast distances, flying above the forest or wherever it flies. And it's knowing there is this wealth available to you. It's not knowing scarcity. I feel like there's this blessing here, and if it's not here now, it is definitely on the way, and you know it with this Three of Wands. But I do feel like there is still this sense of clearing something out. You're just very sensitive as well. Maybe you need to be more selective with the people you're surrounding yourself with. You might be socializing a bit too much, or you might be, maybe indulging a little too much, maybe a bit too much celebrating, or maybe too much drinking or going out. Vulture can definitely help you find moderation, find balance. Vulture prevents the spread of disease and keeps an ecosystem healthy. So it's actually not a scary card. A lot of people see it and I think they freak out. But there is this sense of something overhead. You do see something kind of circling around you, but again, it doesn't necessarily feel bad. This might also be spiritual or energetic for some of you. You might have this sense of someone around you. And I feel like that's going to be a very big theme for October as well. So we are now looking at what is coming in for you for the month of October. This is especially pertinent to the first part, the first half. What are the messages for Aquarius for October? What is the energy coming in? One more, please. What are the messages? So kind of a lot, but I'll take it. I do have Temperance and the Two of Wands that came out together. The Four of Pentacles and the Mother of Swords also came out together. Then we have the Hermit, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Mother of Wands. I'm going to try and spread these so you can see all of them. And all of these came out together. Okay, so right away, I feel like some of you really are dealing with a Sagittarius, or there is something about Sagittarius season, which is the end of November to the end of December. Maybe there's something happening that you're just focused on right now or trying to plan for, but I see very strong Sagittarian energy because we have the Wheel of Fortune and we have Temperance. Both of these refer to Sagittarius. The Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter. I am getting a strong Sagittarian energy around you, and I keep wanting to call you Sagittarius for some reason. So for some of you, there's someone with a lot of Sagittarian energy who's really trying to come through this reading. And the Two of Wands, again, looking into the future, and it still feels like whatever it is you're thinking about or planning for, it doesn't quite seem to be time yet. There is this sense of timing with the Temperance. Your patience might be a little bit tested. You are looking into the horizon for something. Could be a relationship. You might, especially a serious relationship for some of you. Could also be pertaining to business or even home, because this is kind of showing up in the day-to-day for you. I do feel like, again, there's just this very far-sighted thing going on for you right now. You're really looking into your future. And Jupiter is in Sagittarius right now as well. I do get the sense someone is definitely holding back emotionally. Could also be an air sign, Libra, Gemini, maybe another Aquarius. This almost feels like your own energy though. You're really holding on. You're like gripping something. That's the energy I'm getting. It's like I want to just wrap my hand. It's like you're really... Financially, things might be a little tight for you at the start of October, but it almost feels like you're just holding back. You're standing your ground. This could also be someone around you, but I'm almost wanting to say, Aquarius, that this is your energy showing up as this Mother of Swords. Someone is very intelligent, very perceptive of this situation, but they're holding back a lot. This could be someone you are dealing with, but again, this feels like you. You're kind of watching the situation. You're trying not to lose anything here. You're kind of on guard. You went from the Daughter of Cups to the Mother of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. There's definitely this sense of holding on to what you have, or holding back your emotions. And I do see a bit of an introverted streak for you for the first part of October. You definitely seem to be socializing and out and about coming into this month. I see with the Hermit and the Nine of Pentacles, there's definitely this energy of retreat, of, rejuvenating yourself, some self-care here, going inward. Some of you may also be dealing with... or coming into contact with a teacher or a mentor, someone who can help you find your inner light. They are reflecting this back at you. It's not coming from them, but they're really helping you look inward. And again, there is this sense of stability. There is something coming in. Even with the Four of Pentacles, you are getting some abundance, and it's important that you don't hold on to this or hoard this, because when you get into this poverty mentality, when you really get white knuckled over something, you're actually not allowing it to flow in. So really just coming into this energy of allowing, and maybe that's why the Owl card came up. It's really important for you to get into an abundance mentality and to write in a gratitude journal, maybe even be generous, giving back. I feel like some of you, you're really holding on to something here. Even if it's some sort of small deed or something like that. It doesn't need to be big. And, even with the Mother of Wands energy, it's like you're holding on to something. Something very precious to you. And you're keeping your magic to yourself. You're guarding that closely. And that's okay. Sometimes you need to do that. I'm not saying this is necessarily a bad thing, but I could see this potentially going to excess, this guarded energy, this very protective energy. I feel like in the start of October, You really are trying to get the sense of what is yours, if that makes any sense. That could be regarding a relationship as well. Could just be in your own life. Some of you might also be dealing with a later Virgo, a third decan Virgo with the Mother of Swords and the Hermit card. I do also see a lot of air energy as well, again. So, very interesting. I'm curious to see what the animal messages are for Aquarius for the first part of October, for what is being introduced in the month of October 2019. Show me clearly. Show me clearly. Yeah, okay. So raccoon actually was one of the cards. It just popped out and came back in. And then peacock. This is all about expression. I feel like someone's hiding something, and it honestly almost feels like your energy, Aquarius. I feel like you're kind of working on something. You might be a little bit behind the scenes. You've definitely been overwhelmed in the past, and I feel like you've had to retreat and go inward, maybe after socializing a lot. But I feel like you're kind of popping your head up. You're trying to scan the situation here before you put yourself into it. Could also, again, be with another person, a relationship. Could be with work. I do see with Peacock that it's really important to express yourself and to be true to yourself and to really figure out what that means specifically for you. I do see with the Hermit, you're really going inward, trying to find this light inside of yourself, the light of self-knowledge. And you might be seeking out someone else who can help you do that. I actually am getting the sense, especially with Peacock, some of you are coming into contact with a very advanced soul. Someone who has a lot of wisdom for you, or can teach you a lot. They put to words things you have thought, or concepts you have had, but you couldn't quite articulate them. This person is able to do that. I feel like for some of you, with the Temperance card showing up, there is a relationship that might be slowing down, or there might be some withdrawing. It's important to know that you're probably just being tested. I don't even know if that's the right word. It's like, these things take time, is the message I'm getting. Whatever it is you're working on, or whoever it is you're interested in, there is definitely a sense of timing and things slowing down. Maybe someone holding on, holding back, holding on to the past. But I do feel like it is unfolding. I feel like someone's really trying to figure out who they are. With the raccoon and with the peacock, someone's kind of having an identity crisis. I'm going to be honest. And maybe you're kind of getting weird vibes from this person because you know something's off, but it's like they don't even know what's going on for them, how they're feeling, so they're checking in with themselves, and you're kind of suspicious of that for some of you. Give this person some time. I think they're really just trying to figure out their life, especially if you're dealing with a Sagittarius. Could also be a Virgo or an air sign. Let's see. We are now going to be looking at the second half of October, where all of this energy is going, what is coming to an end, what is closing out for you in October. This could be referring further down the road as well. It could even be going into November or beyond. It's just the likely trajectory of all of the energy we have been pulling thus far. That's too many. Show me clearly. That's not right. They actually want me to shuffle 4 times, so I'm going to do that. I kept seeing the Two of Cups and the Lovers while I was shuffling as well. Those kept kind of popping out. This could be pertaining to a relationship for some of you. You might also want to check out the Heart of the Matter love reading on my channel as well. Might be a nod to that. Okay, what do we have? What do we have? All right. Whoa, cool. Okay, Aquarius, we have your card, the Star. Very nice to see. The Mother of Pentacles. And the 9 of Cups. There is definitely something coming true for you. There is a wish coming true for you, something you've been manifesting. Wow. I see that you've really been looking to something in the future, and I feel like you are going to get it. Your patience is going to be tested. Again, this might not be right away for some of you. This really might not be the end of October. I hate to say that, but again, these time frames are fluid. I am kind of getting a little further out for this collective, but I do see that by the end of October, I think you're going to have stronger signs that this thing is indeed coming in. You've already seen hints of this, glimpses of it. You've felt the future already with the Owl card and the Vulture here. You're very, very intuitive. Your intuition is spot on. And it is a matter of following your intuition, of having trust, having faith, letting things unfold in divine timing. And with the Mother of Pentacles, there is a lot of stability for you that feels like pretty pervasive throughout this month, actually. So I feel like financially you're going to be coming into some security, even if there's an initial loss, or if you're feeling a little bit like things are kind of tight. I do feel like your money is coming back to you. You don't need to worry about that. And just this sense of security, this sense of nurturing could be coming from an earth sign for some of you. So Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. But it feels really... Again, the Mother of Pentacles is also very long-term. She's the Queen of Pentacles in the traditional tarot. She's very far-sighted. She plans for the future. She plans the harvest. She wants to make sure her people are being fed. And I do see that, you really are looking into the future, and it seems like your prospects are looking really, really good, long term. And you just have to keep trusting this intuition, keep following this. And with the 9 of Cups showing up in communication or in your headspace, I do feel like there's a lot of happiness coming in for you. There's some good news, perhaps. Something might be coming to manifest. Really, really amazing energy, actually. I'm really, really excited to see this for you, Aquarius. Is there anything else? I'm going to pull another animal card here. Those kind of slid off the top. I'm going to shuffle again. And if they're meant to come out, they'll come out again. It happens all the time. I'm not so sure if those were the right cards for you, though. What are the animal messages? Okay. All right. Yeah, so one of those cards actually did come out again, along with several others, so I'm going to just shuffle again. Okay, so we have Bee and Cheetah. Bee is the one that popped out before. I do feel like you are working on something that is going to be very fruitful for you. You actually are reconnecting to your sense of purpose and passion towards the end of October. I do get the sense that whatever it is you're going towards, you need to make sure that it's in alignment for you. Although I feel like for many of you, you're already going to be there with this Nine of Cups and the Star card. You just have to follow your intuition and go for it. Just do it. You're going to be a worker bee towards the end of the month. You're going to be pretty hard at work on something. It's really important that you do take care of yourself, though. You know, enjoy the fruits of your labor. You know, have some of that honey that you've been making. Really reward yourself. And you know, some of you, there might be someone who says something stinging to you. It might be important for you to recognize that person's effort. I do see that as something important for some of you, especially towards the start of October. This almost feels like a coworker situation or someone you are working very closely with or live with. I could see someone maybe feeling overworked and kind of taking that out on the wrong person, which might be you. So just kind of keep that in mind. I do feel like it's really important for you to be active, to be in movement, maybe take a little trip towards the end of October, especially with Cheetah, because there is this sense of moving, of going forward, and things overall look really, really positive. I do also get the word alchemy with B. Some of you are literally transmuting something, which is what you've been working on with Vulture, finding the silver lining, finding nourishment in loss, finding nourishment in death. Whatever it is that has been let go or come to an end, I feel like you're getting something very, very beautiful, and you're going to start seeing signs of that throughout October. So that's really, really great to hear. I am not getting any more messages for you right now, Aquarius. I do hope that this reading was helpful. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below what is happening for all of you. Again, I have links in the description box for those of you who are interested in a personal reading or a Reiki session. And again, all of my social media is there as well for those of you who are interested in entering that giveaway. I will see you all in the next video. Take care, Aquarius. Bye.